What's up, guys? How are we doing on this Wednesday evening?
It's raining.
Is it?
So
Oh, I wish it would rain here, then I wouldn't have to turn the sprinkler on.
Hallelujah.
And we got Rob. That doesn't look like your office. Or did you get a new green screen?
No, this ain't my office. This place has air conditioning. So,
So what you're saying is we can go a couple more extra hours.
yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what I meant and nothing more.
Yeah.
If anyone made it to the BioShock stream on Monday, I'm at the beach. We have a little apartment out here for the week. Me and the rest of the family. So if you hear anything else going on, I'm in a shared space. I may be talking a little quieter than I normally do at 7 p.m. on an empty main street in an abandoned barber shop. Or, yeah. Anyway, yeah, beach time. Good. We just came off of Fan Expo Dallas and Origins Game Fair, so I'm tired, but I'm here and ready to play some D&D, and I got new dice to roll. So I'm excited.
Are they better than the last dice that you had? Because those weren't.
I mean, most are. Most dice are better than what I had. I showed them off on Monday's stream a little bit, I think. But I got these. I'm going to try and see if camera will focus.
Ooh.
Focus!
Yeah,
There we go. They are orange and yellow and cool. And then I got... come on now. I know the camera loves me, I know, but it needs to love my dice a little bit more right now. I don't know, that one's not showing up as well. It's bronze plated, it has dragon scales behind the numbers, and they shift from blue to green.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
they like me less, but I like them more. So
That's fair. Guys, as you can see, we are missing a player tonight. Miss Maddie is not feeling well, so she's taking a night of self-rest. But as Scinn was missing last week, Sawyer will be missing this week, and we'll let Tyler get some payback. Sorry, my brain just went like
with revenge.
dead.
Honestly, there's not really much to pay back for because the few things that you guys did as him were about as accurate as you could be. It started out really slow, and I'm like, oh no, I really am too chaotic. And then you guys picked up, and I'm like, okay, I got it.
So one question that
They
I
know what to
do
do with
have to
him.
ask was,
Yes, I will be missing next week because it's my turn.
in the situation of you potentially gluing a unicorn horn to Cheshire's head, would you have done that?
Yeah. He doesn't know what this glue does. He just has a bottle of glue, so it's like.
It's true.
So did you also eat some?
No, he
Because-
hasn't eaten some. No.
Okay, just sniffed it.
Anywho, do we have any
Boom.
crazy announcements coming up? I know you guys got, was it Fan Expo Denver? Is that right?
Yeah, next weekend, Maddie and I are at Denver with the crew. So.
Awesome.
Tarvel is showing up for that
Tarvel
as
is-
well. He's
yeah,
not
and
staying
I
the whole
don't-
time.
I don't know who else. Sophie's a possibility, and I feel like there was one other person who was a possibility, but I don't know. Oh.
That's the three I know about, anyway. Plus Soph. Speaking of which, Sophie's having a rough time. It's not my place to give out details. I think she has shared some stuff on socials and whatnot, but prayers, good vibes, thoughts, nice messages, everything will go a long way for her this week.
True.
We don't have any new followers or activity to announce since the last since Monday night stream, but we should say hi to Irish Mac, Dancer Hawk, who are in the chat here. Evelyn May Cosplay, Alchemist Nitru? Alchemist. Hey, Alchemist. Stick with what you know, guys. And Druid Craft are here playing around in the chat. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Ooh,
No one mock me. I do have whiskey. I'm just drinking wine right now. I'll get to the whiskey later. I'm not this sophisticated normally, but I'm at the beach.
Ooh. And as you guys can also see, we have a return guest of Misfit. I'm going to be continuing playing Will of the Feywild. If you guys didn't see last week's episode, definitely recommend checking it out because she killed it as the character, really brought them to life, and we're excited to see where tonight's episode goes.
Thank you.
Welcome back, Misfit.
Hi.
So,
Before we get, go ahead.
Oh, so many things happening all at once. Can I? Am I allowed to use this for a moment?
no.
Platform.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next month, I am actually going to be starting a fundraiser for the entire month, and I'm fundraising for putting together backpacks for school children.
Awesome.
If anybody would like to help me out with that, I will have a separate tip jar set up for it. And I will have Amazon wish list set up for if you want to purchase anything.
Awesome. I've done that
Is that
before.
over on
That's-
your
Yes,
channel?
it'll be over on my channel.
I've done that before,
Alright.
and it is very... I don't want to
That
say
was,
rewarding, but it's very, it fills your soul.
It
We
does.
did something similar to that. The high school I went to was super, real small, and I graduated with my entire class of 48 people, so that tells you how little this school was, because there was 200 people in total, all grades.
Oh, wow.
But
Wow.
the 11th graders when going to senior year, and the seniors when moving on to college, we basically did a gift exchange where the 11th graders gave the seniors a college present, and then they gave us a present sort of thing. So we gave them bags that had ramen and notebooks and stuff like that in it. But the announcement I was gonna make, because I want you guys to start getting hyped before Monday gets here, our full campaign starts on Monday. And I remembered that because I have my lovely dice tray full of Dorian dice for my new character sitting
That's
here.
so many math rocks.
So many.
Who's
It's
playing in that
many.
game?
We have myself, Maddie, Ellie D&D, and Crash Candy. And then probably every now and then some guests here and there as we need them and or as we feel like adding them. So, but
That
yeah, it's the four of
sounds-
us and Rob's running it.
That sounds
and it's a full
so
campaign.
chaotic.
It really. Here's the thing that you should know about everybody's character without me spoiling anything. I'm the normal looking one.
That's terrifying.
Looking. Looking is a key adjective.
Well, I say
was
normal.
that the art that you
I say
posted
normal
earlier this
looking.
week?
No, I say normal looking, but if you can see that
Oh.
peeking out, there's one thing.
That, that's terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'll
that'll start
follow that
Monday.
up. I'll follow that up slightly. I'm really ready. Playing's fun, but playing is not home for me. Running is home, and oh man, I'm excited to run. I mean, look, the Rimehold ritual is supposed to take 4 sessions. Okay, it took like what 12.
Yeah.
Now I'm actually gearing up
poor
for a
Eric.
damn campaign.
Poor Eric thought it took so long because we added him, and I'm like, no,
No,
no, it's just us.
no, it's
This
because
is
we
what
want to have
do.
sheep execute big bad guys and whatnot.
It's because Steven can't not kill wolves when he comes across them.
Yeah, it's
Speaking of,
lots of stuff
Mikey
like
says-
that.
Mikey says hi because she was the rat for the Rimehold. And there she go.
Yeah.
There she go. Can you get
There's
down?
there's the booty.
Well, is
let's
that
see.
everything
Well,
we got?
think
No,
so.
it's not. We have more things. First of all, we in a BioShock stream where I was drinking things and not being incredibly entertaining and completely alone, we beat our stretch goal for subscriptions this month.
Oh.
We went ahead and got over 100, so Mademoiselle will join members of our Twitch community and Discord community for a one-shot. So now, what remains? What loftier goal could we aspire to than playing a D&D game with Mademoiselle run by me live on Twitch? Well, even if you don't get to participate, you can you can have your revenge against the people that do by controlling who or what the big bad evil guy that they will face will be. So the primary antagonist of the one shot will be determined by
Can it be me?
the chat.
Can I be the bad guy?
You wish, I mean, you already
Can
are
I-
in all of our
Can
hearts.
I just show up as Vecna and just be
Oh,
like,
that'd
I'm
be cool.
here. Come at me, bro. I'm here. Like-
Vecna that talks like CN.
I've had thoughts of
a tiny little Vecna.
breaking out particular monsters from the Monster Manual and Bolo's Guide and Mordenkainen's Tome, and I'm having trouble deciding. But you know what? Maybe you can save me the trouble and curb the chaos just a little bit by getting to make that decision yourselves. So if we hit 25 before the end of the month, 125 that is, I will create a poll in the Discord. Reactions will determine what they fight. Options are going to include dragons, beholders, and the mighty Tarask. So now there will be a grading scale of what level the adventurers will be depending on what they fight, but it's still going to be fun. Get an uncommonly used, terrifying D&D creature on the Twitch channel, and that will be fun for me. And for you, hopefully, and maybe not for them. You know, the less fun they're having, the more fun I'm having.
Something like
That's
that.
not true at all. That's not true at all.
Spoken like a true DM.
Other thing, Misfit, while we've got you here, you are going to be back on the Twitch channel Friday in just a couple
Oh
days.
yeah, I get to do one of my interviews, and I'm super excited about it.
Woohoo!
We made a friend at MegaCon, actually.
Was it that one?
It was at MegaCon that I met this fella. Brian Cody, one of the creators of the Hardly Heroes D&D comic, is going to come onto our Twitch channel and talk with Misfit about the comic and about Dungeons & Dragons and the company and projects. And Misfit has done a couple of these talks for us on this channel before, and she does them on her own channel, and she's quite good. And the channel will be in good hands, and there will be interesting things to hear about. And if you haven't heard of Hardly Heroes, this is a great time to do it.
'cause
You
they're
get it from the
awesome.
horse's mouth. Yeah.
I looked them up as soon as you messaged me about it. I was like, oh, this is so cool.
The art is rad.
Oh,
I suppose he's supposed to be a dwarf. They don't particularly address it, but he's this like feral Wolverine-ish guy with arm hair as long as his beard hair, and he is terrifying to look at.
If anybody needs a very KJ moment, because we've not had her here for a bit, you just said long arm hair. When it's time that I need to wax my legs again, I call it my leg beard.
That brings back memories of peanut butter and carpet.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
I'll tell you about it later, Misfit, what she said in the middle of a stream when we all looked like Rob.
I have a clip for you. Hello, by the way, to Grimforge, good buddy Peyton, and Broken Adventurer, former giveaway winner, and Beta Key, podcast host. Thank you guys all for being here, and that is the end of my announcements, Rob.
Wonderful. Well, if you guys didn't partake in last week's episode, we left it on a bit of a cliffhanger. At a slight pointy edge in the story. And I think Cheshire is going to do a recap for us as we jump into tonight's adventure.
Yes, correct. So I will try to keep this brief because there's so many details that are very little consequence outside of the moment, although... oh my. Anyway, so we had left Charm's flying, traveling curiosity shop of magical wonderment and decided to venture out either towards Loomlurch and towards Granny Nightshade, or perhaps to investigate the matter of this missing child. And that captivated our interest more because there was the potential of learning more, that there were answers in that general direction. So we decided to hunt down this Will character. We were given fairly vague directions that a walking tree would be where we would find him. So we found a trail going through the wood and did happen upon not only Will of the Feywild, but also several other lost boys. They wouldn't call themselves that, but that's a very easy point of comparison. There's actually this story called... never mind. They were on their way to this pool where this unicorn was, and Will had something to gain by doing so, and a plan of how to elicit the attention of this fairly shy and untrusting creature, and that was to dress as a unicorn. And I know it hardly ever comes up, but I'm actually quite proficient with stage acting, with disguises and costuming. And I didn't say anything so as not to hurt the young man's feelings, but the costume was a tragedy. It was quite awful. And we decided for some reason to put it on before trying to cross to the island where the unicorn was, and I quite nearly drowned and became quite uncomfortable and rather irritated at CN in that moment, as a matter of fact. Nevertheless, Will mimed instructions from the opposite bank. We performed a small ritual and then hid for an altogether too long amount of time, and then a unicorn arrived, seeming somewhat unimpressed with our attempts to entreat it. Negotiations have not gone swimmingly, but we do know that its name is Lamorna. Something between a haunting and a beautiful name, and that's fairly where we left off. We're still in conversation with it, hoping that it does not turn south.
Okay. So, as you all are having a conversation with Lamorna, you were asking questions, kind of about the Palace of Heart's Desire, about Zybilna, seeing if you can get any kind of more information. You had mentioned Granny Nightshade as well, seeing what all you could get. Did we go over the information that she gave you? I don't remember.
Yes. I think she gave them a whole bunch of information. about who Nightshade was, and don't remember what else.
No harm in a refresher, though.
Okay. So, as Lamorna was giving you all information, she let you know that Prismere used to be one solid domain, and it was split up between the three sisters of the Hourglass Coven. It all used to be kind of controlled by the Archfey known as Zybilna. But her cruel stepsisters, again, the Hourglass Coven, kind of split it up and each control their own zone. Zybilna was vainglorious and deceitful at times, but her magic kept Prismere safe and isolated, so that nothing truly evil actually happened. The Hourglass Coven captured Lamorna's mate, another unicorn, and actually took the unicorn's horn. His name was Elidon. Whenever the horn was actually taken from this unicorn, he was immediately kind of turned into what can only be described as a wooden rocking horse. Had some childish type painting on the sides of it, but at that moment when the horn was removed, it appeared that there was no life left in him because he was just transformed into this wooden rocking horse. But the horn was used into what appears to be freezing Zybilna in time, just solid, among other characters in the palace. Lamorna doesn't know the location of the unicorn horn, but does believe it can be used to not only free Zybilna, but maybe restore life to her love. Yeah, that's all I'll give you right now, and we'll let you guys kind of run with that.
Okay, I watched. You guys basically stopped with a creep coming out of the foliage.
We rewound just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Is this pre-unicorn head ripping off of bodysuit and just hovering in the air with me, or post unicorn head ripping off and floating in the air with me?
Your choice.
Pick.
It's ripped off it, and he's just floating like a little ghost, but with a unicorn head on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, Cheshire, I mean, I think it's probably a good idea we didn't glue that horn to your head because, like...
I mean, we might have had to rip that off because this might be the magic unicorn horn, you know what I'm saying? And he's like whipping it around.
As you're whipping it around, Lamorna looks at you whipping this unicorn horn around, noticing that it looks very familiar.
Listen, before I'm not trying to offend, just that creepy tall lady Charm who needs a better fashion sense, because I mean all the black is nice, but it's just like she needs something a little more fitted. It was kind of like a bag. Anyway, we got this from her. And it's good that it's not glued to Cheshire's head.
I would agree. That is good.
I have enough. Thank you.
What? You could have a fifth one that just comes like straight out like an actual unicorn, and you can just like people, you know, like think about it. Like we spent all that money, your eye color on those swords, and we could have just put a unicorn horn on your forehead, man. Like I'm just.
Maybe we don't talk about that in front of an actual unicorn. I mean, if we tore the wings off of a fairy, would you want me to put the fairy wings on my back?
Yeah, bro. We can match. Listen, waste not, want not, okay?
Tyler's back for 15 minutes and Rob is cryptic again. We're gonna could play a whole campaign together.
It's with Crash Candy too, because
God.
Janie and I are the same person. So.
To answer Peyton, this is Chateau Saint Michel. It is a Riesling from the Columbia Valley, and it is pretty good actually. It's pleasant. Beach drinking is different from country drinking. Peyton, sorry to disappoint you.
This is un water.
Ooh. Uh-huh.
The
Fancy.
fanciest.
I just look down at Pike and she's so mad for some reason. Why are you so mad?
Lamorna looks
That's
at you all and asks if she can kind of sniff the unicorn horn that you've been waving around, because she almost hasn't broken eye contact with it.
Have at it.
She leans down and kind of sniffs it, and
You mess with the unicorn, you get the horn.
right.
Yeah.
At this point, she's pretty certain that that horn belonged to Eladon, her mate, and insists that you not only free Zybilna, but if you find the rocking horse, to see if you can basically bring Eladon back to life.
Are you coming with us? Are you going to participate in this venture and increase our odds of success?
I'm afraid I can't come with you.
Well, we'll do what we can.
Could you not come with us because you got a roast in the oven and you can't leave it on, or
You know, I've got other things I must look upon. I'm quite sure that you all are capable of handling this.
Oh, you should have seen
Okay.
us with that fellow in the black robes, though. I mean, if you had seen that,
See,
then
Ian's gonna lean over to Sawyer and
or
be
the
like,
one bunny
get it.
with a
He doesn't
poker.
like us.
like,
Yeah, he really seems like he's not a fan of what we have on offer.
Yeah, man, it's okay. It's okay. We don't.
Is he upsetting
Where-
you? Do I need to
No. No,
is
you
it
don't need to. No, you already punched a child today. I think we're good.
right?
Just. I mean, you punch good, my friend. You punch real good. But
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
That's
This is why I
nice
took
of you to say.
the deal about the whole rhythm thing, because I need you to keep punching things so that I don't die.
Yeah, that's it. It's just, you're the smart one. That was a smart idea.
And you and I we're the smart ones. Don't tell Cheshire we're the smart ones.
I'm losing track of who the smart ones are. It seems like it changes every time we say it.
yeah, Misfit. Every single time he says we're the smart ones, it's himself and a new person.
It's all the people. Everyone's
Yep.
the smart one.
Yep.
So sorry, Maddie.
Yep.
While you guys are having this conversation, Sawyer starts to hear the disgruntled voice from the ring talking and saying, that fairy almost made you drown. Do you want to punch him? Just rough him up a little bit.
No, I think I'm at about there's a finite amount of punching I do in a day, so I don't overexert myself. And I think I pretty much about reached it with punching that random child back there.
I imagine Sawyer's kind of going just like there's a scale, you see, like there was a scale,
Scale of
and like if it's
punchability.
not at like a 2 or higher, then I can't, I'm not in the mood to punch it. No.
But I mean, there's so many things. Don't you want just a little bit of violence? How cool would it be to say that you killed a unicorn.
We're having a one-on-one roleplay session with someone who's not here. Oh, no. Well, sorry, you don't even care who I punch anymore, do you? First you wanted me to punch Scinn, my good buddy, and now you want me to punch a unicorn who's been nothing but nice to us. You have a lot of, like, issues. I mean, and I don't know that I can help you with all. Like, you need to talk to yourself about this. Like, you need to have some introspective time.
You might be onto something there. I'll let you just. You can hold your feelings as much as you want, and tell you what, I'll just hold my feelings.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. Then.
And almost instantly, like, the voice just cuts off, and you start to kind of feel like a tingling in the finger that the ring is on.
And did you pull it off?
No.
While it's tingling? Okay.
No.
Well, she tried.
It doesn't.
Sorry, Maddie, I tried. I'm sorry, Maddie.
I'll go ahead and have all three. Well, let's do all four of you roll a perception check.
Famously, Cheshire's best skill.
9.
Mikey, you never get to bless the die. Can you bless?
You know,
can throw it in the floor. That's what you can do, apparently.
I
Like, you just gave me a natural 1, you little butt.
You can't abuse me for my power forever, mother. Sometimes you must pay the piper.
Are you rolling for Sawyer, or do I need to roll for Sawyer?
Oh, I'll do it because
I was gonna say, I
rolled
don't have
really
the
well
stat.
for me. Let's see if I roll really well for her. Oh, yes. I need to pull up her character sheet, though. Cheshire got an 18. And Sawyer rolled an 18. Probably plus things.
You don't have to look it up. It's good.
Well, I need to pull it. I'll pull it up for later, but
Okay.
thank you.
Okay. Will?
I rolled a 9.
A 9. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
It's not
unnatural 20 for Sawyer.
okay. Cian?
1.
Oh, okay.
Nobody was looking at the time that I literally was holding this next to her, and she goes and like smacks it down, and then it rolled a 1.
Oh no.
So,
Okay. So Cian and Will are going to be surprised by this next item, whereas Sawyer and Cheshire will not. A cloaked figure starts laughing as he springs out of a nearby segment of brush and like small forest, with his blades flashing, and tries to attack the unicorn from behind, basically. Cheshire and Sawyer
Let's do it
saw
from behind.
right. Cheshire and Sawyer saw this coming. Cian and Will did not.
Okay.
do the two who saw it get any type of reaction round, or are we just going?
They're not a reaction, I would say, but you weren't surprised. Like,
Okay.
you weren't startled, you weren't scared. You saw him come in, and he wasn't attacking you, so to say. It's almost like he was hunting the unicorn specifically.
Okay. Well, jerks who roll up and start attacking people are way past uncool. So, either of us would like to do something about that if possible.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 1 and was surprised, you hear like from the floating unicorn head just oh yeah, God, he's back. Oh my God, Cheshire, don't let him hit you. You almost died last time.
And at that time, you see just kind of this cowl that is almost hanging down. Kind of look up and you see a big tooth grin, almost, just with a chuckle. It's like, yeah, I remember you.
Will just looks at everyone. You know this guy?
We know him, but we also want to kill him. It's not a good knowing, it's a bad knowing. So just,
That's right. He's not the problem.
Got
His
it.
friend is. Where's his friend?
They're both problems, Cheshire. They're both problems.
As this unicorn head's just like floating here and like bobbing
Yeah,
around.
with like one eye sticking out from a hole.
With a mismatched wing beat trying to fly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Moving around a unicorn horn as he talks.
can we do stuff, Dungeon Master? Are we rolling for initiative? Should we do anything?
What do you want to do? I would say you and Sawyer can make a decision right now, since you saw it happen, basically.
Yeah, we hate this asshole, so we will attack him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Just the two of them for right now, or everybody?
Just the two of them.
Okay.
Okay.
I feel like Sawyer would kind of be like, you hear that ring? You want somebody to get punched, but I'm gonna go punch this guy then, kind of.
Let's see. Sawyer has a +8 to initiative. What the fuck?
Monks.
Monks.
Well, that is a 17 for Sawyer. Damn. Cheshire rolled way better and still got lower with a 16.
Okay. So it'll go. Well, it'll be both of you, and then Zerak.
All right. You are welcome. Any of you are welcome to contribute to what Sawyer needs to do with her turns. I have the sheet, so I will tell you what to roll if you have an opinion.
Is she first?
Yes.
First, by 1.
Do you have an idea? Otherwise, I can make a rough guess without being able to see her things. She seems to like to punch and then try to stun. That seems to be what Maddy likes to do a lot.
Yeah. She does have the stun thing, right?
Yeah, I think at level 3 we got it. If she got access to it.
She has
A key
flurry of
point.
blows for sure.
I thought she had
Porcamanes.
stunning strike, but maybe not.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. I thought she did though.
It's a 5th level thing.
Well then you could at least she does like to do flurry of blows, I know that much.
Alright, let's do that. We're 1 level away from stunning people. So, as you remember, Sawyer's very fast. Sawyer's gonna run up to this guy. If there's any space where she can interpose herself between the orc assassin and the unicorn, she will try and take that spot. And then, fist, elbow, baby.
Mhm.
Let's,
So we're talking there's probably 10, maybe 15 feet between you and him.
Okay. So yeah, let's make it happen, Captain.
Okay.
We're gonna use flurry of blows to make 2 additional unarmed strikes. So why doesn't everybody roll an attack?
Okay.
A d20 plus 5.
Ikey, this is for Maddy, not for me. You need to be nice to this one.
And I don't know how many advantages, inspirations, or things that Maddy has, but if she's not here to use them, we'll just roll straight for her, I think.
Cheshire,
Hey,
you do have
you like
advantage on one roll.
Maddy?
Okay.
Like Maddy, I don't know what I'm adding to it, but I rolled a 13.
It's
I
plus
think he said-
5.
It hits.
I rolled a 5, so it's 10.
Does not hit.
I also rolled a 13 plus 5.
That hits.
Little brat, why do you only hate me? Huh?
Alright, it's a d4 plus 3 pop damage.
For both of us?
Yes.
Or do you want to roll all the damage, or should I?
Go and roll one. You rolled a hit. Why don't you roll the damage?
So it was a what? How many d4? 1d4?
1d4 plus 3.
That would be 4 plus 3, so 7.
And I got 3 plus 3, so 6. So 13 points of damage to the orc.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or half orc, whatever he was.
So as Sawyer lands these blows on him, you can tell it definitely like caught him by surprise, and kind of knocked him off of like his stance that he had, as he's now waiting for Cheshire's turn.
Cheshire's gonna roll up. Because I took a feat at 4th level, I can now draw 2 scimitars as part of the same free action. So, drawing both my magical blades, Cheshire will bound in towards the combat on his goaty legs, and take his first opportunity to try and cut them up. Yep. I have some cool sword bard shit I can do, but I'm gonna hold on to that for now. So, number 1.
Oh, also, did we ever figure out what your word to activate each of those swords were? I know you were gonna think on it.
I have not done that because conventions and stuff.
You can just make something up and we'll solidify it later.
I'm going to burn my reroll for doing the recap. And it paid off somewhat. That's going to make it a 15 to hit with the Flame Tongue Scimitar.
Okay. 15 does hit.
Okay. And now with Frostbrand. I'm also going to use a reroll on that one, using one of my purchased inspirations from the chat, because double digits would be nice, come on! And that's worse. So, that's going to be a 13 to hit for the second.
A 13 does not hit.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It really shouldn't. So, good news is, Flame Tongue does more damage anyway. Alright. I love metal D6s, guys. Alright, that is... That is 6 points of slashing damage and another 7 points of fire damage.
So another 13 damage?
Well, when you say it like that...
for my non-math head, I'm just writing it down and tallying it up. Like,
yes,
okay.
It's another 30 damage. I did the same damage as the monk with my 3d6. She got on 2d4.
So as you slash with your flame tongue, like he feels that real bad, and you miss with the second one, and he's just like, I don't get paid enough for this. Like, this just isn't fair. Nobody likes me anyway. I just want money and I want out. That's all.
In my experience, that's true. I certainly don't like you.
Where's that so?
And hear quietly from the other side, Sian being like, "Yeah, no one likes you, buddy."
At this point, the unicorn kind of poofs out of existence, no longer visible, and you can see that he's just absolutely disgusted by the fact that he missed his target, and now he's got you guys to deal with. He's not used to actually have a fight. He's used to just coming in, hitting hard, and getting out. And he says, "I didn't know unicorns could do that." He must... And as he muttered, as the unicorn poofed out of existence, he looks at you guys and he's like, "If I really wanted to kill you, I could have killed you while you were hiding behind the rock. But you guys are the ones that attacked first." So he's actually going to come at Cheshire first, since he was the last to attack. Rob, did we lose you?
Wow.
Oh.
We got a frozen Rob.
I still better than a sleeping Steven. Because he did fall asleep during one of my sessions one night.
No.
And people in the
No
chat were like, is
way.
Steven okay?
There he
Actually
is.
took
He's
a
back.
sip and speeded it up, and you can see
Yo.
Steven slowly going like sliding down.
So, yeah, one of the perks of not being in the place where I normally stream is that a chair leg can accidentally kick the power button on your plug strip.
Oh, fun
Oh.
stuff.
Kill everything.
I think
just
I
like that.
can't hear you anymore, so let me redo mine, I
Guys,
guess.
bear
real
with
quick.
me just a quick second. My dogs are going crazy.
Guys, D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Oh, I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm back in the Dungeon Master. Ah,
Womp
Short-lived.
womp.
Monday. Just gotta make it till Monday. I'll be back on the left-hand side of the screen where I belong, guys. I've been on the bottom row for too long. You're telling a story about Steve falling asleep, huh?
Yeah, I was talking about the night that he fell asleep during What Lurks in the Dark. So,
Poor bastard.
but yeah, while we wait, yeah, Monday we started a campaign, and my God, everybody's character is really cool. We got 2 warlocks. Enjoy it.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. There's gonna be so much Eldritch Blast, you guys. Like so much Eldritch Blast. Like you won't
Oh, like,
believe
oh my
Eldritch
God.
Blast just coming out the blast. You know.
Oh,
Why don't y'all go ahead
Irish told us to pimp out our discount codes.
Well, I've got 2, and they're equally useful. One of them is Twins10. If you want to go to MistyMountainGaming.com and use a discount code to save 10% on anything from the website, you use code Twins10, which is both mine and Steve's code for the podcast. That money will always go directly to Steve and his family. And if you use Wannabe10, that goes to me and increases my beer budget for this stream.
So sorry about that,
Basically
guys.
all it does.
My wife is gone doing something, and the dogs. It sounded like someone was breaking in. I was like, "What is happening?"
Oh no.
Everything's good.
Quickly, what's your code, Misfit? Get it out.
It's Misfit 10.
Okay.
Be weird.
Mine's Panda 10. If you buy things and I get money, it goes to help put Pike through college.
And if you use any of these codes, it would really make me happy 10. So yeah,
Let's
back into
plug out of the way.
before all of the chaos ensued. I don't know what time or what part of the conversation you dropped out, Rob, but the Lamorna vanished out of existence as he was reacting to you hitting him. He was very disgruntled, upset that he basically failed his mission. He mentioned that he's like, if I wanted to kill you all, I could have done it while you were hiding behind the rock. But if this is the way you want to handle things, this is how we'll do it. And he's going to make his first attack against you.
Against Cheshire?
Yes.
Cool.
So does a 16 hit?
Since I took the dual wielder feat and have a scimitar in both hands, it does not.
Wow. Okay. So he's gonna thrust forward at you with a dagger, and it misses. But he's gonna kind of do like a spinning move and come like a backhand at Sawyer because he has multi-attack. And that is also a 16.
16 does hit the unarmored monk, though.
Okay. So let me figure out what dice to hit here.
Guys, we're gonna kill Maddie while she's gone.
I did have that happen in a game. You've heard the story when I was playing 3.5, where for anybody who's never played 3.5, you die not through death saves, but by getting the negative of your hit points. So, like, if you have 13 hit points, if you hit negative 13, you're dead. What that also means, you have to heal back up to not be in the negative anymore, instead of just getting a heal and being up. And our cleric, when he wasn't there one night, got a critical hit from a minotaur and immediately died.
Oh no.
John was not there. Like, dead died. We're not doing that to Maddie.
Okay, so while he is at a certain hit point, he gets to add an extra 2d4 of piercing damage.
Ooh.
So that'll be 9 points of damage.
Alright, I've got it.
9.
We're at 29 for Maddie.
Okay.
For Sawyer, rather.
And after he finishes that, he is going to just kind of step back and ready himself back up. And he's like, we don't have to do this. Make it worth my time and I'll leave you alone.
Sorry, I've already given away the color of my eyes and our rhythm from the fairy, so we've pretty much tapped out.
Okay.
As you say that, if somebody looks behind you, you see Scinn flying in definitely the wrong direction.
So
Will
I
tries to like grab the unicorn head, like, oh, hey, come here.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to go that way.
So
I
now,
need range. I need range.
No.
Oh, okay, let go.
No.
So I'm adding both of you into the mix now. What do you want to do? Do you want to join the attack, or are you hiding? What are
Yeah.
you doing?
Yeah. I'm gonna be attacking, so I can roll my initiative, but
I'll roll initiative because everyone seems to attack, but I want to know what
I don't think I've got
he's
anything
looking to
bad.
barter, or what will make it worth his while to go away. Even though everyone's dead set on killing him. I'm curious.
I rolled a 17 initiative.
Okay. So we'll
I rolled a
start.
15.
We'll
Am I
start
looking at
this
the right?
the
I'm
top
not
of
on-
this
yeah, I'm not
round
on
with you. Then Sawyer, Cheshire, Will. So Scinn,
Didn't
Sawyer.
Didn't Sawyer get like an 18 or something like that?
Also a 17.
Oh, so
I'm-
we both. So technically, if we're going off the dex thing, Sawyer's gonna win.
Okay, then. All right, so it'll be Sawyer, Scinn, Cheshire, Will.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then Zerak.
Would be. Let's just hit this guy a couple times. Let's hang on to future key points in case we need them. But I just took damage, so Sawyer
Ow, ow.
Sawyer's unhappy. Do you two want to roll the d20s?
Sure.
Do you
Plus
have
5.
the stats for that ring? I know it gives a pretty big buff.
Oh,
It allows you to basically cast the vampiric touch spell, as I recall. Is that right?
I think that was a feature of it.
I know it allows you to add. I think it was like 4d6 or something like that, and you can basically soak that health. Is that right?
Yeah, you better.
That is, if that's what it does, that is a pretty big.
Yeah.
That would be something we need to know.
Yep, I'm getting
It's
it.
not on her character sheet.
Okay, I'm gonna send it in the Discord channel so everyone can see it.
Let's see. To make a drain attack, con save. Any attacks get bonus damage. Okay. Well, 64 is 3 more d4 than we can do by hitting things.
Mm-hmm.
And we could stand to heal. And this guy is a dick. So, good call. Why don't we try and use that thing?
Yeah.
So now we don't have to roll diddly. He has to roll something.
Okay, and that.
Although it seems to be all or nothing, looking at the Discord.
He must make a 15 Constitution saving throw or take Yeah, it doesn't
Six.
say anything about half damage.
Yep. So it's saved for nothing.
So my Constitution score by itself is higher than that. Do I still need to roll?
Yes.
What's the plus to it?
It's a +3.
Plus
Okay.
3, yeah. So,
So
you'd need to roll at least I was about to say an 11. You need to roll at least a 12.
Okay.
Or not do that.
I rolled an 18.
God damn.
Okay. So Sawyer
I've
will
seen some bad luck that direction, okay?
Sawyer will twist the ring on her finger, pull it a little bit, pop that knuckle, and then try and reach out and grab this guy by the throat. Him and his assassin-y reflexes doubtlessly evade. Hold still!
She goes to like
trying to
flick him
kill
like
ya.
that with the finger. Yeah, she goes to like flick him like that with the finger.
And that's what she's got.
Okay. So, as he's kind of being surrounded and seeing that it's definitely a numbers game not in his favor, he looks at this floating unicorn head and says, "Look, pal, I'll reason with you. 10,000 gold, and I'll go away."
Oh, guys. He thinks I'm the one to reason with. And I didn't know.
And you watch like the little tiny dagger that you gave back to me that's a full-size sword in Cian's hands. It like comes through the front of the unicorn, like in the neck area, and you see it just kind of like come out like Zorro and do like a Zorro kind of
I'm coming for you.
and he's gonna
S instead of a C.
yeah.
Well, no, it's a Z because it's an S from the inside.
Yeah. If it is my turn, then I'll go ahead and cast what I want. Unless, I don't know, Irish made the good point. I don't know if using the ring will count as a full action for Sawyer, or if she still gets her second.
It is a sentient object, so I guess technically it would
Her...
Because
It
sometimes
says you can
features, like-
use your action to say a phrase known only by Jack to make a drain attack.
Okay, then that probably, yeah. Because usually you gotta either do your 2 attacks or you do something else.
Yeah, this is the something else.
Yeah. So the little sword comes out and is like flipping around like crazy. Very much like that wonderful Vine video of the guy that's like, I've created a tentacle with a knife, and it's like an electric tentacle that's holding a knife that's flipping around. He goes, if somebody wants to come turn it off, be my guest. But that's what that looks like.
You being within the mask, I will say you'll have disadvantage on your cast.
Oh, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
came out of it.
swinging.
Okay.
No, he's basically doing this, so like there's more of it open. Like he
Okay.
cut the sword out through the middle of it. But I want to cast Wither and Bloom, which is a 2nd level spell. It is a Constitution 13 saving throw from him, so he has to try to beat a 13. So you need to roll a 10 or higher. He takes damage regardless if he succeeds or not. It's just a matter of how much. But the other nice thing, I can choose one person within this 10-foot sphere to have basically necrotic damage taken, and another person in that 10-foot sphere can take basically like they can use one of their hit dies to get hit points back. So I'd be picking Maddy for that. I'd be picking Sawyer for the regain. If she would like to use a hit die, she can regain the number of hit point. But for this guy, it's a Constitution saving throw of 13.
Of 13? I add the +3?
Yeah, so it's whatever you roll. So like if I was rolling a Constitution, I have a +2, so I'd roll and add my +2.
Okay, so I rolled a 12, so +3 will be 15.
Yeah, so you pass, but you still do take damage because this is a half damage on a failed save.
If he succeeds the saving throw, does the hit die thing not happen?
No, it says nothing about that. I just pick a person to take damage and person to get a hit die, so you still get the hit die with casted.
Misfit, want to roll a d8?
I can do that.
He is going to
I rolled a
take
3.
A 3.
Full
Okay.
6 points of damage.
Necrotic damage. And like he looks back to just see like the unicorn head like half hanging off, like kind of like a disgusting weird like skin mask like half hanging from his face, and he's just like Now I have to see if I have a wild magic surge. Because that was a level 2 spell.
I got 5 hit points back for Sawyer from that one.
Excellent. Okay, I passed that one. The wild magic.
Okay. So he's starting to look like he's like really nervous about being there. Like he's got some cuts on him. He has a black eye from a few punches. And he's like, he almost like he's begging, but not quite at that point. But he's like, please let me go. Just give me something that I can go away with. Like gold preferably, so I can just get out of here. I don't have to work with the League anymore if I have gold.
I don't know, man. You didn't let us go away. My friend over there nearly died.
I mean, if you recall correctly, I was right there with you.
You weren't dying. You were on their team. Excuse you.
If you have gold, you don't have to work with the League anymore. You never had to work for the League. I have actually died rather than do things against my principles. Don't act the victim here.
A man like me, I just want to retire on a beach somewhere, drink some wine, and enjoy my gold.
On an island of my own, tan and rested and alone, surrounded by enormous piles of money.
So, Ian's gonna pipe up and be like,
Hey, Sawyer! He says he has a lot of gold. We should just kill him and take all his gold.
So
he tried to reason with the tiny little chaos fairy. Like, nothing good is gonna come from that.
it is Cheshire's turn.
Cheshire's turn.
This is the same fairy that 2 sessions prior to this, before we met Will, heard that there's a person we need to find in the woods and asked, should we kill them? So...
Fantastic.
Irish Mac got the reference anyway. Thank you, bud. Yeah, you know what? This guy hadn't learned his lesson yet. Let's keep working on teaching him a little bit.
Now,
Frostbrand and
how many times do we got to teach you this lesson, old man?
Go number 1. That's gonna hit.
Oh, no, we started. Never mind. I thought we skipped Will, but we didn't. We're just starting back at the start of a round. So.
Round.
Okay. So a 14.
14 hits.
Okay. The next one is a 20, so it definitely does. Guys, the d6s that I'm about to roll. Watch me roll the 1.
And actually, with your are you doing the critical one first?
Oh, it's an unnatural 20. I apologize.
Okay.
Oh, I would be freaking out a lot more, my friend.
Well, this fancy paperwork that I acquired today has a critical hit rolling table that kind of can play in both ways as far as like how you hit or whatnot. So
from the Firebrand Scimitar, we have 5 points of slashing damage and 8. He doesn't care what kind of damage it is, right? I should just give you the totals.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's 13 points of slashing and fire damage from the Firebrand, and then an additional 9 points of damage slashing and ice from Frostbrand.
How much? I'm sorry.
Frostbrand, Frostbrand and Flame Tongue. Sorry.
How much was the second sword?
The second one was 9.
9. Okay.
You know what I'm going to do, because why not? I never get to do that. I'm going to, for the first time, use Bardic Inspiration for myself. What a novel concept. To do a Blade Flourish. This will be a defensive flourish. The most defensive of my flourishes, in case you were wondering. I'm going to roll an extra d6, and we're going to deal a bonus amount of damage that rolled off the table. An extra 2 points of damage, and my armor class is increased by the same number until the start of my next turn.
Okay.
Ooh. Fancy.
So at this point, he's
Look like a sushi chef with flaming and icy blades.
almost like you got a Blackstone out there, and you're the
I'm a hibachi man.
hibachi grill master.
Which, by the way, is a skill I would love to one day possess.
Right? Just get
Like,
you a Blackstone and start
hardcore.
practicing.
That's it.
So at this point, like, you can tell he's hurting really, really bad. And he's just like, I just wanted the horn. That's all I wanted. And it's Will's turn.
Oh. So Will pulls out a wand, and casts Cone of Cold.
Okay.
Quotes make me uncomfortable. I don't know if they're visible on Twitch, but they're visible in Discord. Just barely poking up below the screen.
As you start casting that cone of cold, you just hear Cian just like, "That's my boy."
Will gives you a thumbs up while holding this.
Tiny little thumbs up comes out from a ripped unicorn horn head thing that's just, yeah, and goes back in.
8d8. Does anyone want to roll some d8s for me?
Jesus.
How many do you need?
I can't get it a D8. How many you want? I got some here.
I
Okay,
got a mini at 8.
I got 2 right next to me.
And how many do you need?
8.
All right, I got another 2 right here.
All right, so I rolled a.
I have more than 8 sitting in front of me, so I can roll the remaining 4.
I was like, I have plenty as well, so.
This is the only sets. I only had 2 sets of dice next to me. I'm sorry.
Is that actual Mountain Dew? Are you not drinking Mountain Dew anymore?
I had Mountain Dew earlier.
Okay.
I also experimented with some Crown Apple in
Ooh.
Mountain Dew. It tastes like apple juice.
Hmm.
Like, it takes the sweetness out of the Mountain Dew, and it takes the alcohol flavor out of the Crown. Like, it was weird, and I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it.
I didn't
Totally
hate
fair.
it, but I hated myself for not hating it. Hey, Dabs, what's going on, good buddy? I am contributing a 9 to this damage from my 2d8.
I am. Let me count up while you get
I
yours.
7.
We're at 16.
We're at a 16 total right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just add on top of that. That will be a 37 points of damage because I rolled 2 6s and 8 and a 1.
Jeez.
Whopping!
Wait,
Holy
all right.
crap!
So, wait a minute. I want to know what a cone of cold looks like. Because I know what a cone of cold looks like. What does a cone of cold
It
look
looks
like?
exactly like a cone of cold. It's just, but when you see it first coming out of the wand, which looks
No,
like
wait, the wand.
the wand, which really just looks like a stick, like a fancy stick. There's just nice, cute little snowflakes that come out, and everything looks so pretty.
Do you have to roll to hit on that? Just curious.
It's a saving throw.
It is a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
I think it's Constitution again, as a matter of fact.
It's that or Dex. I don't remember. I can look it up though. And I'm
Whoa,
thinking-
hey, hang on. We got a raid coming in.
Hey!
Raid, woo!
Mr. Adup is here, coming in with a raid. Party of 7. What is going on,
Welcome,
everybody?
everyone.
Now, let's...
Oh, no.
Hang on. You were playing the Quarry earlier?
Oh, I want
I
to
have not heard of that.
It's from the people who made Until Dawn, but better than their little short ones. Like, it's a full-length game. They made a bunch of real short ones that were real funky. But it's, I think, like your summer camp counselors.
Oh, because that ends well. Like,
And
even
I
in
think-
real life, summer
okay,
camp
so
counselor does
so
not
I
end
haven't-
well.
Save.
I haven't played it, but I know
Concept.
the creature, and I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil it for anybody, but it's actually kind of cool. I think from everything I've heard, Until Dawn is still, like, peak, but this one's a decent successor. So
What am I looking for on the con save?
DC.
DC,
You have a spellcast modify. If not, oh crap! I always forget what you add with your.
It's your
Because it
proficiency
depends.
bonus and your relevant.
Yeah,
abilities.
because I don't know which one Will's relevant would be though.
I don't either. I'm hoping.
yeah, he's
Will
got
does.
a limited stat block, so
Yeah, I know it's pretty small.
it's very sparse. I'm so sorry, y'all.
Would you see him as more? We can just.
It's
The DM's okay with this. We can fudge a little bit. Would you see
Surely
him
he's
more-
a charisma caster, right?
I was gonna
'Cause
say,
he's-
would you see him more like a sorcerer type or like a wizard type? Like, did he learn how to do this, or does he just do it?
okay. So technically, this is so like out of character knowledge. He's an Oni, so this is actually a spell like ability.
Oh.
think Onis rock the cha, but let me
Yeah,
see.
it's
A lot of things do for charisma. So.
Oni
but yeah,
charisma. Yep. So it is going to be probably. What's
I
your
think it's-
charisma?
the charisma modifier. So he's a 17 and the modifier is 3.
He's better
Okay.
than.
So
Ian,
your
what the crap?
DC
child?
is probably a 14.
Okay.
Okay. So I rolled an 18 minus 2, so 16.
Oh. Okay, but it's still it's any of these. Basically, it's either full damage on a fail or half on a success.
All right,
Yeah.
so
That
it'll
was
be
37,
damage.
so half of that, what? 18?
18.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better than 37.
I hope my math is right now that we have Raiders watching.
I know, right?
Yeah, it's 18 and a half, so you just round it down to 18.
Okay.
Thanks,
Unless
Adam,
you
for
wanted
coming
to
along, by
round
the
it
way.
up to
Are there
19.
any
Glad you're here.
additional effects to that? Or because
No,
okay.
it's
just
Yes,
says-
because he shrivels and shrinks somewhat because of the cold.
It does actually say that a creature killed by this will become a frozen statue until they thaw.
Okay. Well, it didn't succeed,
Oh.
so it's fine. All right. So now we're at Zerak's turn, and he's like, no, I'm not dealing with
I'm out.
this. He's like, he takes one of his daggers and he throws it at Scinn with like super force.
Can I react and like jump in front of it? Like can
That
I
should
jump
be
in
our
front of
team
it?
name, guys. Super Force.
Super force.
I think I have something I can do as a react.
Oh no, I took that for. Damn it! I took that for my other character, and I was looking at his sheet before this. I thought I had Hellish Rebuke, and I don't. Anyway, continue.
So that was a natural 20.
Oh yeah, that'll hit.
So as he throws this dagger, it's going to hit you. Do-do-do-do. For 6 damage.
Yucks.
Did you double that
Ooh,
already?
That's the crit.
Oh no, that's not the crit. That's
But-
just the
'cause I was-
dice.
Yeah,
So,
because you
do I
double
double
the,
that?
You double the die.
The-
You double the dice only,
And
and
then
then add
add
the.
the
Okay,
stuff.
so it'll be 9 damage.
9.
Okay. Okay.
So as this blade just kind of like skims across your skin, it more so with such force goes through the fabric of the unicorn head and pins it to a tree behind you. And instead of doing his second attack, he's actually going to take this potion from his belt, and he takes a drink of it, and he disappears.
we may have things for this. Okay.
If it's what I think it is as a player, I do have something for this.
This is my newly patented potion of being somewhere else. The moment I drink it, I be somewhere else.
So at this point, Scinn is pinned to a tree. The three of you are kind of standing there. I don't want to say baffled, but confused as to where this shady-looking orc just disappeared to.
I will go unpin Scinn from a tree.
Wait, are we still in initiative order?
Oh wait, yeah.
Because I have something I'm planning to
No.
do.
No.
Not okay. Immediately upon getting pinned to the tree, I have, being a fey creature, just a once per long rest use of fairy fire, which unhides any invisible creatures if that happens to be, whether it be invisibility or greater invisibility. It should pop them up.
What's
and
what's
it's
the range on that?
I have a 60-foot casting range, and it's a 20-foot cube, so I'm literally going to drop it like right on Sawyer.
Okay. So describe what it looks like you casting this.
From inside, like the unicorn stuck to the tree. You guys watch him kind of like, basically like how Pike does like this sort of thing. Are you not going to do... Little turd. Basically, she like slithers backwards out of my hands. He kind of goes like and like slides out of this unicorn head, and it's just like nah, and he's gonna like drop the fairy fire. It's a dexterity 13 for anybody in the 20-foot cube.
That will include Sawyer and Cheshire.
And
It will, but if Will's with me, that's not 20 feet. Will said he was coming to unpin me, so it's up to you if Will's moved yet. But I know I was 20 feet away because I...
So let me ask you this. Did you cast it pretty immediately or after Will came to you?
Well, that's why I was asking if we were still in initiative order, because essentially the minute that happened, he was going to be like the minute he saw that he was gone, he was
Will
like...
is still in the group.
Okay. Because yeah, if we were still going in initiative order, there would be a couple seconds delay while I had to wait back to get back to me.
So
yeah,
as you cast this, there isn't anything invisible directly in front of you, but on the outer like edges of the radius, you see a invisible essence down towards the water getting ready to swim.
Okay. So it's a 20-foot cube. He also needs to make the dexterity. If he's being seen at all by it, then he's in the range for it. So everybody's got to make a dexterity 13.
Sawyer and Cheshire made it.
17 for Zerak.
Okay. So Zerak is not visible whatsoever if he makes his save.
Oh, okay. I guess I probably should have rolled that first.
I'm rolling trash tonight.
That is fine. My call for Cheshire was, this is a fairly small island, yes?
I would say overall, like, maybe 60 yards across. 60, 70 yards.
Okay. Cheshire's plan is just to watch the water in case this guy is invisible and didn't just teleport away. Even invisible things splash.
Yeah.
So he might be looking in the wrong direction at a given moment, or he might be distracted. But his hope is to be making perception checks to see how this guy is leaving and in which direction.
I will either do that too or aid you, because fairy fire, if you make your dexterity, you're fine. Like, it doesn't actually cause a damage effect. But that was my use of it. I still have a castable fairy fire. So if we pick something up, I can zoom right over and drop another fairy fire if we feel like it.
Okay. So you were on the tree when you cast the first one. So yeah, Rob, go ahead and make me a perception check since you talked first.
Because I said I was helping, do you want to do the advantage rules, or should I just roll too?
Just roll as well.
Okay. My perception, I think, is a +0.
I am rolling again and using an inspiration.
I don't think I have any. I don't think I've got any inspiration because I don't remember anybody giving things last time, so I've just set everything back to zeros. So, ooh, that was a 17 on my dice plus absolutely nothing.
Well, I'll have you know that I rolled a 14 plus 2. Then I rolled a guidance, which was 1. So I also rolled a 17.
So,
I'm burning through so many resources to be mediocre. It's great.
Ooh, I'm gonna let everybody give me a ruling on this particular thing, because Fairy Fire is a first level spell, and even though I have a fairy use of it that doesn't take a spell slot, I think I maybe should also be rolling a wild magic surge. See if I have one. Because it was a first level spell. Wild magic is a surge that'll happen on basically, cantrips are fine. Anything above a cantrip, you have to see if you have a surge.
based off of the scenario that you were in and it being right after attack, I will say yes.
Well, it doesn't matter when you cast it. I'm just saying because
I know that, but since we didn't
spell.
call it first, I will say go ahead and roll and see.
I rolled a 5, and I don't remember if we actually decided to do the thing of instead of only ones, if we're doing 1 through 5, like we talked about in session 0. I don't remember if we're doing that.
I know we increased it. I don't remember what the rolls were. I thought it was like 1 to 5 and 11 to 15 or something like that.
I think we just did 1 to 5 because 11 to 15 would make adding in basically half the rolls would make a lot of surges.
Who thinks surges are fun? Who wants to see some random shit happen?
Because I think we said in the Feywild, we'd up it from instead of just being natural 1s, 1 to 5.
Okay, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
I have to see what I get. God damn it. Continue what you're doing while I figure what else.
God damn it! I played the one random class in the whole game. Gosh darn it! I'm so helpless.
Wild magic is my favorite of sorcerer types. It's my favorite because I love the randomness.
So this happens before.
I better not forward myself, okay? If I become bald, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh,
that's one of the things is that you lose your hair for a certain amount of time.
That's 2 inspirations from Grim and Icy for Tyler, I believe.
Oh, well, thank you. That is.
No, it's from No, one of them was from Irish Mac. Either way, I think they were both going to you.
Oh, this is wonderful! Oh my god, I rolled a 25, which is, this happened once before and I had no use at the time because it was at the carnival, but an eye appears on your forehead for the next minute. For the duration, you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Perfect. Well, you already rolled it, and that was more than enough.
Your Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness eye opens, you dark cold reader, you.
It slides out of this unicorn head with like a third eye just sitting here, and it's just like...
So, as
still holding the knife.
As y'all are looking for anything of where this invisible orc just went to, Will, are you paying any attention, or what were you doing?
I was gonna run over and help the pixie, but since I'm not doing that now,
well,
I'll let you know. You know what?
Because you said you were gonna do that. Well, no, go ahead and say what you were going to. It sounds like you're more into.
No, I was gonna actually stick to that because that's totally what Will would do. Be like, oh fuck, someone's in trouble.
Because I was gonna say, I said I slithered out of it, but as the DM, considering I have not said I moved, you may choose that I can slither part out of it if that's what you'd prefer. So
yeah, I'd say that.
Okay.
So Will's running over to help you out, and the two of you see Cheshire is closer. You're about 20 feet or so further than him. But you hear splashing in the water. So from Cheshire, it's probably a good 30, 40 feet, running into the water basically and starting to swim. You hear the splashing and you see the splashing, and it's moving rather quickly away from you. You're muted.
Yeah.
Hello?
There it is.
There we go, I hear you.
Cool. Guys, again, not at my regular setup. Doing my best from the beach. Dang, how far away?
So to the edge of the water is probably 30 to 40 feet. I'd say at this point he's into the water. Let's say 50 feet.
You guys got any plans? Because if not, I'm dropping electricity in that water, my man. Like, I'm warning you now.
So the plan out of character, the thing that CN's first instinct would be to fly 20 feet out to be in a 30-foot range and drop a witch bolt down on a person swimming in the water.
Seems totally appropriate.
Tell me that number again. How far?
About 50 feet.
50 feet.
And,
okay.
And moving quickly.
So if I move 35 feet, jump out into the water, he will be within a 15-foot cone, is what I'm hearing.
I would say so.
Okay. So we're just gonna run over there, quickly sheath a frozen scimitar, gonna throw my hand out and thunderclap those cheeks with a thunder wave. Because that sounds like fun to me. But guess what? It's another Constitution saving throw, like he has been rocking this entire time.
From the shore, you just hear Sawyer go, "Man, the Feywild's really changed Cheshire. It's just not who he was before."
No, it's not the Feywild. It's fucking brushes with death.
So that's an 8.
An 8. Oh.
All right, get wrecked. I mean, here comes damage. All right, so, maybe I should have heat meddled. Oh well, this has good range. Okay, I've definitely rolled worse.
Can I preemptively, while he's doing that, cast another fairy fire because it's got a 60-foot range?
So he's further than that from you. Because you were an additional 20 past Rob.
Oh, so I'm 20 this direction
the other
instead
direction.
of 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's running away from you with all the magic and shields.
Well, then I'll fly a little further, and whenever it's appropriate, I will cast it.
Come a little bit closer.
Whenever I'm free and all that kind of stuff. So.
I run up and I thunder wave in a big area in front of me, which he is just barely included in, and he gets rocked for a total of 16 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And he's also, unfortunately, he is pushed 10 feet back, which is actually further away from me, but he does take the damage.
So describe to me and the audience what it looks like you casting this. Like, what are we seeing?
So, Cheshire is not a bad swimmer when he isn't the butt of a unicorn costume. So, he's sheathing his scimitar, he runs, he takes a few little mirthful leaps in the shallows on those goat legs, jumping a little farther, and paddles like the dickens out to where he can almost catch this guy. And as soon as he thinks he was in range, he thrusts his hand out. And just a little 15-foot cube parts the Red Sea, and water is thrown back in all directions, including, for, I don't remember what you said his name was,
Zerak.
but it's some unpronounceable. Yeah, Zerak. He gets, like, the water around him bursts away. He skips a couple of feet across the surface of the water, his ears ringing and starting a nosebleed.
Okay. So as you do this, it hits him, and it hits him real hard. Hits him to the point that he's not moving anymore. And his body appears to become kind of lifeless, and he's just kind of floating, and then you don't see any more splash. Well, actually, you don't even see his body. You just don't see any splashing anymore. And kind of the water kind of comes back. It's wavy from the clap itself, and you start to see a bunch of fish float to the surface of the water.
Shin with dynamite, guys. This is
Oh no!
how we do it in the sticks.
So much so, like, at first you notice 5 to 10 fish kind of pop up slow, just kind of like pop, pop, pop. And then like the further out you look, it's just like, okay. And at this point, there appears to be probably 20 or 30 fish just dead in the water.
Anyone hungry?
Should I like go out there and like drop another fairy fire and see if see if you like blew him to pieces or if he's still just like invisible out there?
You're really dead set on killing this guy, aren't you?
Listen, it's a matter of principle.
Okay, legitimately he started it. However,
Really, he really did.
Is
He
the thing.
really did. Really did. Listen, there was a big bone creature and like some scary guy in robes who was going like, "Oh, but I'm better than you," and then Cheshire died.
Did do that.
Moral of the story: Cheshire died.
That was a
Yes, he
bad
did.
day.
And that was the only good thing though about that day is, man, I had Lucinda. And boy, rest in peace, Lucinda.
Oh, I actually thought you said that me dying was the only good thing about that day. And I was,
No, that was the
like,
worst
some
part. That was
level
the
of
worst.
umbrage.
That was the worst part of that day. But no, I was just saying, like, I still had Lucinda then.
Yes,
Lucinda.
that is true. And yet here we have another burial at sea. Is everyone
This one
alright?
I can set on fire. Should I go set him on fire?
It's probably quite waterlogged as I'm swimming back to shore.
Oh, come on, man. Let me... And he's gonna just like do a little fire bolt onto like a random plant. Be like, let me set things on fire. Really?
Are you okay? You took a knife to the
Yeah,
whole
man,
body.
I took a knife to the knee, but like I'm fine, man.
Oh.
I can still adventure.
Um,
I'm good. I'm good. And he's looking at you with all 3 eyeballs, just.
But because
I'm
you
looking
have
at
no
you with my
rhythm, they're all
completely
blinking
colorless
separately.
eyeballs.
They're all blinking at different times. Yeah.
It's just a coincidence that the pupils are pointed in opposite directions.
Are you okay? Like you also got hit pretty good. Like, are you doing okay?
I'm pretty fine. Sawyer, on the other hand, but then you cast that spell and things seemed better. May I see that knife that
It's in the tree over there.
penetrated you? Yeah, I'm going to go
It's
look
in
at
the
that.
Tree. Or actually, Will, did you take the knife, or is it? I don't know where it
Still
is.
in the tree.
Okay, still in the tree. Still in the tree.
Okay.
For prosperity, I'm gonna fly out to where we think the dead body is with a stick and just start like blasting in the water to try to find it.
Yes.
See, and the knife is there. Have fun.
I don't know if he's gonna float or sink.
All I'm really gonna see is just like a bobbing in the water. I'm not gonna actually see him. So, unless he's unconscious and the spell, well, no, because it wasn't even a spell he cast. He drank something, so he can't lose concentration or anything like that.
Yeah, is I go and retrieve this knife. Is there anything special about it that I can perceive?
Roll me a strength check.
Right.
Ooh.
Cheshire with a big old +0 to strength. It's an 18.
An 18. So as you're pulling, you feel it wiggle, but it's really into the tree. You're really struggling. It doesn't seem like you can actually pull it out, but it is wiggling a little bit. The best way that I can kind of describe what it looks like, think kind of like Daedric weaponry from the Elder Scrolls, like dark, very edgy, blacks and reds, kind of.
Cheshire will look up. He'll look up at the tree, say, "If you are a tree with mobility and feelings, something like Little Oak or Northwind, now would be a really good time to make that known to me before I do what I'm about to do. And if so, just think of this as an elective surgery.
Do you need help, Cheshire? Like, cause you know I've got the muscles. I can help you pull that thing out if you need me to.
Nope.
I went Australian there for a second. Good day, mate.
Good. He'll take out a scimitar and he'll just start he's gonna take the wood around the dagger with the dagger, and he's gonna chop a little, basically remove a mole from the tree in the form of this little knife.
Okay. And
you don't pass up Daedric weapons in trees.
Right?
All right, you do something about that.
So we got that you got Sawyer and Cheshire kind of whacking at this tree to remove the dagger. You got Scinn smacking the water with a stick, looking for just a body.
You got an inspiration, Misfit. Oh, you saw.
Yay!
And what is Will doing before we go to break?
I will offer to help pull out the knife.
Okay.
Now that it's, not actually in the tree.
Okay.
But in
We'll
the
give a
tree.
hand.
I'll give a hand. Because I have a really, really ridiculous strength. For a kid.
All
Freaking
right.
19.
And on that note, let's go to break. I have to go see what the dogs are barking at again. Let you all stretch your legs, refresh your beverages, and join us back here in a few minutes, and we'll see what happens next.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Be back soon!
Be back in 15, yeah.
Beautiful
Would you like to hold?
dice have been rolling trash today.
Aw, she holding it.
Aw, yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Nom, 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 nom. Hey guys,
not
welcome
figured
I
out.
back.
can chew through just about anything.
What'd you roll? What?
What'd you roll?
Wow, you rolled an 18. Why are you so lucky?
Whoa!
Considering you're a
Oh.
tiny little shit, usually, yeah.
Tiny little. All right, so we're back into it. For those of you just joining us, our group of adventurers here just thwarted a assassin that was hunting a unicorn. Scinn got pinned to a tree by a dagger, and now is out smacking the water with a stick with a bunch of dead fish. And
I'm looking for the dead body that's invisible.
the invisible dead body.
You say that like it's a normal thing around here.
It kind of is a
For him.
normal thing.
For him, it is.
So
Minutes.
at this point, you have whacked at this tree, hoping that it doesn't come
You
to
have
life.
a DM's. You just got a DM's accomplice, by the way.
Oh,
I'm actually gonna write that one down.
Oh wait,
because-
shit, Rob.
What's up?
Something died in the Feywild.
Did it?
Well, actually, we don't know.
That's
We're
fair.
It's
I just
invisible.
remembered. There's a thing you roll sometimes.
There is a thing I roll when things die in the Feywild.
did he die or did he like get away with one?
I will say after a few minutes of smacking the water, Scinn is gonna probably just frustratedly drop another fairy fire, just to see if anything happens. So
It's fine. Okay, so you have chopped away at this tree, kind of carving out this dagger, trying to get it out and see what it is, hoping that the tree doesn't come to life. Will is there helping you along with Sawyer. So what's going on?
Is there any sign of Lamorna?
No.
Oh, she like poof poof. As soon as
Doesn't even
violence
want-
happened.
Does not even want to come back and thank us for what we did for her.
Yeah,
Did she-
probably not.
Well, she has this magical brazier thing. We could put a fire in that and cook some fish.
Um,
Just
real
saying.
quick, existential nerd. dropped a guidance for whoever would like to claim it, but also, I forgot to say it a while back, put a darken the mood in.
Oh, so those have been taken out. They were supposed to have been taken out. But I think Rob forgot because I don't know how else to darken them. I can make stuff up, I guess.
That's what you do, baby. That's the DM thing.
There's a reason I messaged you asking how creative you were feeling today. So.
Oh, okay. You never defined that question.
Because you're too busy. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
The darkens cost about as much as they're the exact same amount as an inspiration. So if you did not want to do the darken the mood, nerd, if that's how we end up doing it, you may. Can I say, Rob, that he may put that towards an inspiration for someone, so that's not 1,000 points lost?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you may pick somebody
if it's
to
darken
put that
and you
towards.
want to give it to me, that's fine. If you want to give it to a player, that's also fine.
So you don't waste your points.
Should I darken the mood for you?
Shall I darken the mood as you hear a sickening crack of a skull as a stick comes down on it? No. What are you going to darken the mood with, Rob?
Well, I was going to say that after this magical unicorn place has been defiled by murder, that all around Cheshire, as he's swimming back, the water just begins to turn red and thick and viscous, and all of the fish immediately begin to spoil as they float on the surface of the water.
We won't do that this time, but I like where your head's at, so we can keep those in there.
As Cian passes you with his stick, you'd be like, "Damn, Cheshire, you were dirty."
You know what? Let's make it canon. That's what happens on this dark in the mood.
I've got terrible ideas. I'm going to run a campaign that is all darkened moods.
Okay, Nerd said to give the points to whoever would like the inspiration. I think I've already got like 2 of them, if I remember. I think Issy
I have an inspiration.
And Irish, so one of you two take it.
Let's give it to Cheshire.
Yeah.
Joy.
He thunderclapped those cheeks, so...
Worth the inspiration. Yeah.
It was worth a round of applause.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you are looking at this dagger, Rob, in Discord, I'll paste the item itself, but so it is a dagger, like I had mentioned, darker colors. It's got some gold, kind of exquisite looking. I said Daedric earlier, but I'm retconning that, so but it's an assassin dagger, as far as you can tell. It's very streamlined, and it looks like it has seen some action.
This is awful. I love it. This is actually quite dangerous. See, you already have a magical weapon. I already have a magical weapon, perhaps.
What?
You hear, like, from across the now bloody water, still smacking at it. And as you're all looking at all this stuff, you every now and then just, you're like, "Gotcha, where'd he go? He's so big and ugly. How did we lose him?"
Will, do you have a magical weapon? Do you require a magical weapon? You seem to do all right with your wand.
I'm good. I've got my ways. No worries.
Well, stick it in his pocket.
Okay.
And can I roll a perception check to see if I find dead body and or unconscious body?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I have a tiny bit longer in which my eyeball is still there.
Okay.
My third eye. Well, actually, we got the lucky rat out. Come on. Those little peeps all over him. Oh, can you drop it?
Pull it.
Girl. Oh my god, Vex, that was a natural 20! What the
Yes! All hail Vex.
Iris, are you like this?
So,
What the
to be quite honest with you, if it wasn't a natural 20, I wasn't going to tell you anything. So, as
He's
you...
channeling the Laura Bailey,
Right?
as she should, given her name.
So, you're getting frustrated. You're kind of whacking around, looking, somewhat distracted by all the dead fish and the red murkiness, and off in the distance, almost like it had kind of just floated away, you see what looks like a body, and for a split second, all you see is its feet come up and then dive under the water.
So not like.
His potion has run off at this point.
Oh, does it look like active movement swimming, or like he's
Yeah,
sinking?
you see his feet for a split second, and then he goes under. Like he's very stealthily swimming away.
I'm gonna follow with him in that vicinity. I don't want to immediately take all the time from things. If any other players had wanted to do something with that dagger right now, I will follow. And I'm gonna prepare probably some type of spell. I'm just deciding what, if anybody had anything they wanted to do while I'm looking at that. Guess not.
You.
No, you have a villain running away. Yours is the more interesting
Yeah,
story
okay,
to follow
okay.
right now.
Okay, fine. Fine. I am going to do a... Whoa, why didn't it mark that I had cast that? There we go. I want to make sure that my bots of magic are properly done. Can I do this? I would like to do a second level witch bolt. However, because I saw him duck under the water, I want to be sure that it hits. So, like, can I, almost like a readied action, be holding until he has to duck back up for air, and or if I see him again? Like, and just keep following in that trajectory.
I would say so. The only thing I would say is you're not able to see which direction he's going with the water being bloody and murky.
Yeah. I don't think I've got anything I can do. Well, actually, let me check. There's some weird things I can do with.
So Will, what kind of
Yes.
what sort of a name is Will? I mean,
The name.
yes, but you realize this is D&D, right? Like there's a side Bilna, there's a Scabatha, there's a Granny Nightshade. Like what Will?
Oh,
Why did we go
fair.
to Will and stop at Will?
Will of the Feywild is my full name. Will for short.
Yes, and your middle names are Other. And should we also talk about that? I'm just trying to get to know you a little bit. You're such a strange, unknown quantity. Did you give yourself that name? Did your parents give that? Do you have parents?
Doesn't everyone have parents?
I mean, I suppose technically yes, but like, did you know them?
No? Not that I can remember. Yeah, I don't think about it.
Mm.
I just don't think about these things. Sure, I had parents at one point. I've been gone for a very long time. Probably think I'm dead and I'm just...
Just quickly, message has a 120-foot range. I'm gonna send a quick message to Sawyer and be like,
Listen here. The leech isn't dead. You hear me? I copied. The leech isn't dead. He's swimming in the water. I'm in pursuit.
that's all Sawyer gets.
Pursuit got me.
Yeah, I'll just keep doing perception for as many chances as you would let me until I can get any indication of where he might be, because I don't want to drop it directly where he had been. So I'll let them continue their thing and
Okay.
roll perceptions as I can.
Is Sawyer going to relay this? Oh, it's chewing.
I mean, I can talk for Sawyer too, because she'd probably be like, hey guys, Scinn says there's a leech in the water.
Not now, Sawyer. We're talking about Will's backstory here.
But Scinn said that he's in pursuit.
Pursuit of we pursuit of what?
He said let me ask him, because she gets a single reply back. You know, just when you say leech in the water, what do you mean? And Scinn's gonna be like, the guy. He'll cast message again and be like, the guy we just tried to kill. My God, Sawyer, get your head together.
I'm sorry. The ring was talking to me, and it's kind of hard to listen to you and my ring at the same time.
Yeah, now she has the information that it's the dude. So I think she'd tell you that that he's out and swimming away in the bloody murky water.
Sawyer at least would probably also not let Scinn chase a bad guy alone. So Sawyer will be swimming.
I'm gonna.
My held readied action is I would like to twin spell a witch bolt if I see him in any capacity.
Go ahead and roll me a perception whenever you feel ready.
We do this again. Please. Please. I need you to. She threw it. She rolled a 19. God, I'm not joking. 19 plus 0. Thanks.
Okay.
Damn.
I'm never rolling my own dice again.
Guys,
it's going everywhere.
I no longer feel needed. I'm just gonna dip from the campaign. Vex can play all my characters.
Wait, the karma's gonna come back, and it's gonna be a really bad roll shortly.
So, you got your readied spell, and you're just looking for any kind of movement. Like you're like staring deep into this water, blood mixture, murky mud, gross, and you're not seeing anything. But next thing you know, you see some bubbles start popping up in the water, like 10 feet in one direction.
Twin spell. So twin spell means that I use some of my sorcery points, so that I basically, that spell that would normally have a single shot can become 2. I would like them both to go right at the bubbles in the water. Like one at the bubble, one just like only a couple feet ahead, like in the thought that he's moving. You know?
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
And it's gonna be 2 witch bolts. Or actually,
This whole lake is just gonna be dead fish.
yeah, I'm actually gonna make it 2 first level chaos bolts instead of 2 first level witch bolts, because chaos bolts will hit. So I have to make 2, like it'll hit for more damage if it hits, and it's 120 foot range.
I missed something. Payton gifted 2 community subs, and I did not see or hear it. That was like an hour ago. I just looked down at our goal. It's like 105. We were at 103. What happened? Thanks, Payton. Thank you, buddy. I'm so sorry I didn't shout that out when it happened. I will message you with a thank you. Also, thank you to PM Samurai. Or PMS Samurai. Let's go with PM Samurai for the follow. Welcome to the party. And hey,
God
Daniel.
Damn it, I haven't. Okay, so only 1 hits, I think, unless. Got a 16 on one and a 13 on the other. I think the 13 maybe doesn't. I don't know what his armor class is.
So the bubbles will be the first one. You cast this down, and large, like, a kind of explosion in the water happens with your witch bolt.
Because it's electric, yeah.
and like it kind of becomes still again, and next thing you know, you see a small school of fish pop to the surface.
With Lucinda now. Lucinda will treat you right.
The Lucinda's the wig. Is a powdered wig.
I saw that written on a bathroom stall once.
Lucinda will treat you right.
Oh my.
And then the 13 for slightly out.
The 13 cracks and appears nothing happens.
Okay, well, I did roll another wild magic surge because I rolled a really low number for that. I have to see what happens.
All the wild magic is happening tonight.
I know. Give me a sec. I gotta scroll through my mini.
Many of the things to get to the correct one because it pulls up
Wow.
very weird.
Oh, God. Right now is the time I get the one that I've always wanted. It's now.
Oh boy.
Is it the flumps? I hope it's the flumps.
No. So let me paint a picture before I tell you what I got. Sawyer gets the message telling her, like, the guy's out here, like, come on, like, if you're gonna do anything, the guy's out here. So Sawyer at least sees this, if nobody else does. If you're looking out, watching this tiny fairy smack and electrocute the water, by all means, you see it. Rolled a 41, which means you watch him twin spell and two, like, lightning bolts come down in the water, and then suddenly just, like, a little blue succulent just goes and falls straight into the water. I'm a potted plant for the next minute.
Oh no!
Actually, no, it says you turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. And we're not doing turns. So I'm just gonna say it's gonna be a short bit.
So let me ask you this: does your
Hey, the catcher was definitely not looking in that direction.
does your pot float?
I mean, pots don't usually float, no. But it also says that if I drop to 0 hit points, the pot breaks and I revert.
If I may ask, are you a potted plant or are you a pot plant?
It says potted with an
Oh.
ED.
Okay,
It
that's
specifies. It does specify.
important.
But man, if he was a pot plant, that would be some fancy, like, some blue marijuana. Here we are. Yeah, so you watch these two spells come out
You're
and then
finally... You
like a
did
little-
it, Tyler.
it happened.
You did it.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no.
I'm picturing two things, and I'll kind of leave it up to your decision. One, you're a potted plant and you start sinking in this bloody water mixture. Or two, because it's the Feywild, you turn into this potted plant and now you're just floating and bobbing on the water.
Which is blood.
Yeah.
And just blood.
Well, here, because I don't know. Heads, I sink. Come on. You do these very nicely. Heads, I sink, and tails.
It landed on my leg.
Okay, tails. I am.
Bobbing.
Little blue plant. Blue
Okay.
plant floating. I just love that she'll hold things and just throw them. Like, can we do this again? Because it's cute.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, but her
You're not
hands are
really cute.
tiny.
I
Her
get
hands
that,
are
okay? You don't need to
small.
remind me. I know every day as I'm getting ready for the day, I look in the mirror and think I'm not an adorable rat.
You could be
let's
internet
just do some
famous
rat
if you were.
ears.
Okay, so Sawyer sees Scinn turn into a little blue succulent and is now floating on the water. What's going on?
Need fan art of a little blue magical succulent now.
Adorable.
Hashtag MMG art. Somebody draw it.
Do it.
I'm going to say that Will saw this, especially after the lightning bolt crack. So he's gonna pull out some pixie dust and sprinkle it on his shoes and then just levitate out there and grab the pot. Just come back. Be like,
Back to the island or to the other side?
where everybody was.
Okay, so to the island.
To the island. And just be like, this is your pixie friend. I mean, this isn't uncommon for the Feywild. They'll turn back eventually. You should
You don't
probably...
hear anything, but you can feel the sass emanating from this plant.
Somehow the petals are just shaped like Scinn's hair.
Yeah.
Scinn has, I mean, am I wrong? Scinn has a certain charm this way. Just me? Okay.
Suddenly, it's a cactus.
Oh, you show your emotion.
No.
That's good.
Is Sawyer? Did we decide Sawyer was out in the water,
Did Sawyer go to
or did
the
Sawyer
swim?
come back?
I don't think Sawyer ever went out to the water.
Oh, okay, then Sawyer's there too. So everybody's in one spot.
I kind of like hand Cheshire the pot. You're like, here you go.
Sawyer's gonna take the pot and do like she does all the time and hold the pot like a baby, like when she holds Scinn like a baby. So she's just.
Oh. Oh, we lost
Lost a Rob.
We
we
did.
lost a Rob.
I can't talk. I can only talk in not my character.
I'm around. Just go on without me for a sec. I'll be right back.
Sawyer's gonna be like gently like patting this pot, kind of like, I don't know what to do with this thing. Should we fly in my room? Like should we wait here? Should we go after the guy? Like I don't.
I think we should probably just leave the guy. I didn't see him out there. You
I mean, Scinn said he saw him, but then now he's
a plant.
that plant. Yeah, he's plant now. So
Have you ever watched football? Do you know of football?
we're not punting the plant, okay? No.
This ring is just talking to Sawyer like, maybe just kick it. Spike it into the ground.
Absolutely not. We're not kicking the plant.
It's not your friend, it's a plant.
It's my friend as a plant. Not doing it. I already punched someone for you today.
I didn't
What was a child?
I didn't tell you to punch him.
I punched the other one you told me to punch.
Yeah, and then I left you alone for a little bit.
Are you never happy?
No.
I'm not even sure I wanted you as a ring. You looked pretty, but now I'm not sure I want you.
Tell you what, that lake looks pretty.
You want me to put you in the lake?
Sure, let's go for a swim.
She's gonna put just her hand in the lake.
As this hand is just in the lake, you still hear it just fine. It's like, look, come on in, the water's fine.
No, I'm good on the land. It's dry here. It's dry. See, my hair gets real frizzy.
Is this all like out
In her
loud?
head. It's in her head.
Okay.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure
Okay.
Yep, it's
Yeah.
all, only she can hear it.
Okay.
trying to do. Usually, Maddie's so against any of the things that it says to do that I'm trying to do what Maddie usually does.
Yep. All right. Well,
This is happening. She's holding a plant that can't talk for at least another handful of seconds, which means it's Will and Cheshire to figure out what we're doing.
Oh, crap.
I mean,
Well, I mean,
Was there anything else you really wanted to do? I mean, we're dealing with Lamorna. We got some good information. Is it time to act on that information? We have a new and yet another mission for someone who's not really willing to help us. But at least you're here, and you're a go-getter. You know, we can work together. We can handle this. I mean, you know, Granny Magic. Can we handle this, Granny Magic?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Y'all will do great. Especially the murder-hungry pixie over here. Oh, wait.
Yes.
They're a plant. Never mind. Well, the rest of you will do great.
We should probably do something about that. I can't. I mean, I can't do anything about that. I could prune it, and pruning is about the best I can do.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, I didn't say it was a good idea. I'm just saying it was the thing I could do. So, I mean, if you and the other getaway gangsters, when you pull off a heist at Loomlurch, how do you go about it? What do you do? What should we do if we were to hope to pull off a similar caper?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember you asking about the plane earlier, and I totally, spaced. Sorry. You see Will, hunch down and in the sand, draw out a map. A very not great map. Including stick figures and everything. Of okay, so you guys are gonna be here, and I'm gonna go here, and the rest of the gang's gonna be here, and they're gonna be lookouts telling y'all what to do. It's gonna be great. We're gonna do great.
Is just sitting there watching in awe as a child is the first person in this campaign thus far that has a plan of any kind.
Oh, we're being rated.
Hello.
Whoa!
Raiders.
Hey!
Raiders!
Hello! Wow, lords and ladies of fate. Hey guys, we have barely missed rating you a couple of times this past little while. I wish we had lined up. Thank you so much for stepping up and doing that and bringing in some people. Wow, whoa, we've soared up to 28 viewers at 9:17 at night. Hey!
Man, they missed the magic rat rolls, and now I'm a plant.
The magic rat rolls indeed. Thank you for the follow, Felix Felt Finger.
That's a name.
PHs are fun. I don't care. Welcome, everyone. So kind of you. We're playing the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. We're doing some Dungeons and Dragons. One of our players is a potted plant right now. It's wonderful. Everything's fine.
So you all are stuck on this island. Will just drew a map of Loomlurch describing that everything's going to be fine, specifically pointing at rocking horses and stick figures and all of that. So what are you doing? Are you going to swim across the bloody lake? Are you going to camp?
Fly across.
You going to fly? Put the unicorn costume back on?
I don't see the unicorn costume going back on anybody.
Pretty much done with the unicorn costume, thank you. Not a great mode of aquatic transportation apparel. Just not what I want to do. So yeah, we'll pass the opposite shore. There's no one to talk to over here anymore. There's no one to kill over here anymore. And the rest of the adventure is probably off this island.
Someone has to carry me. Because I have dubbed.
Yeet!
Good luck with that. Good luck with that if that's what you'd like to do. It lasts, all at DM rule when about a minute is up, because it says it lasts until your next turn, and we're not in turns. So instead of it just being a 6-second transformation like a turn would be, I just decided it would be like a minute. Most of these effects are a minute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are we actually yeeting?
Are we actually throwing the
Cian?
plant? Can't tell you no right now.
Well, Will is probably the obvious choice here. It's what he would have wanted. Really.
You want
if you'd known him.
I don't know. He scares me.
So you would want him as far away as possible, yes?
No, I don't want to be caught throwing him. You know what? I'm gonna just fly across using some pixie dust anyway. I'll just carry him. Sounds like a
Okay.
great plan.
I mean, I thought you were cool, but you know, whatever you say.
All right, fine, and then Will just chucks it.
Roll me a strength check real
Sawyer,
quick
no!
to see how successfully you threw.
I am going to burn Bardic Inspiration on this.
I appreciate that.
You like pick up the plant and go to throw it, and you just feel it like shake for a second. You can't tell if it's rage or excitement.
Oh god, this is not gonna end well. I've been rolling trash all night.
Take an inspiration of mine if you need it.
You can
if
take
you don't
one
have
of
your
mine.
own.
You can take one of mine, given your.
Oh, I do have an inspiration.
You do.
Exie, honey,
means
wake
I-
up from your nap. We need your magic. Come on, bless.
Yeah, I
bless
need.
Let's miss
Help
That's-
me.
Hit his sleeve, rat.
Oh god!
That wasn't terrible.
Hey guys, if you're new to this channel, we got rats.
And anybody who just raided who's never watched, this little
Yes.
turd just rolled an 18, a 19, and a natural 20 on 3 dice that she threw across my desk. So
It's obscene.
No, inspiration is awesome right up until it's not awesome. I rolled the exact same thing.
Oh. Would a d6 help from my inspiration or not really? No, okay.
I mean, if we've let Crash use like 50 guidances and inspirations before. If you want to take one of mine, you're welcome
I mean,
to.
with my bonus, it's a 12.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought you were gonna
Roll
have
a
like
d6!
a 2.
Roll a d6! A 12 is fine! Roll a d6! It could be an
Okay, I'm gonna
18.
roll a d6. 3.
15.
The 15, yeah.
So, describe to me what it looks like as you're going to throw this pot.
Just don't. I whisper. I just don't hate me. What? You just see Will like run up and baseball throw it.
So
When Maddie's not here to be a bad influence, apparently I step up.
So you throw this potted plant, and it has a real good arc on it until it doesn't, and it looks like it's starting to come up short. And as it's coming down, about a foot, maybe 2 feet above the water, like it's made it a good chunk of the way. We're talking like if it was in the water, it's like 4 feet into the water. But you're like 2 feet up above it. Scinn turns back into the ferry at a downward angle.
Like fully propelled down. You guys see like wide-eyed and just like he's like going straight into the water.
My whole life flashed before my eyes.
He's like, because he's so small, even like 4, 5 feet out, like he sinks and he's down for a second. And you're all like, oh no. And
Oh,
so
crap, I
eventually
killed
he
her.
like, until eventually he bursts out and starts going,
I'm dying. Sawyer, I'm dying. Sawyer.
Let's all rush to the aid of the dying fairy boy.
So he's like all those videos of like somebody in like the shallows, like just as like the tide is rolling in on the beach, that's like flopping around like they're drowning. That's the end. Like he's laying in the water. He's laying in the water.
So, you all get over there, and Scinn is, thinking he's actively dying, in the water blood mixture, and you're checking to make sure he's good. Everything seems fine.
Sawyer just picks him up out of the water.
He's like, oh. I could have sworn it was. I sworn it was deeper than that. I didn't.
He starts just like patting her cheek in like a thank you sort of thing, like leaving little bloody spots, and that's just all he's doing right now.
You need CPR?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine.
This is critical punching remedy. I was taught that.
I'm fine. I truly, I'm fine, Sawyer. I just. The bride is hurt. Couldn't even make it across the river when a child threw me. I think I've gained weight. I must be fatter now if he can't throw me that far. Oh.
Like, Will's just standing there like, I killed them! Oh wait, I didn't kill them.
I'm not really dead, little guy. Just thought I was. It's fine. It's fine. You used your instinct and you thought it was a good idea. I mean, I'll be saying now I don't think it was, but regardless, you did it. It's fine. Don't do it again.
So, were you able to perceive anything while you were succulent, like whatsoever? Did you grok Will's plan?
Be honest, I wasn't listening then. I only heard when you told me that you liked me better when I couldn't talk, and I took offense to that, and then I got mad, and I just didn't hear anything else.
It had nothing to do with you not being able. Well, actually, it might have, but I didn't say that.
It was
I think
inferred.
you did.
It was inferred. Which means I'm just gonna take my unicorn horn right over there, and I'm just gonna. He like walks off like soaking wet, like sits at the base of a tree like the I'm Angie cat, and is like has his back turned to you.
Well, Will, this is the closest thing that we have had since we've come here to an actionable plan.
Yeah. So plans in the Feywild don't really go according to plan all the time. Like majority of the time.
And turns
So-
around long enough to be like,
You see, I tell him all the time. He still says we need.
and he turns back around to be angry.
Okay, look, just the not having plans has not historically worked for us either. I just want to point that out.
It's
At least
also
not for
historically
me.
worked once. It worked once. Okay.
And I also like fire blasted two birds at the same.
Anyway, what was your plan? I'm so sorry. I didn't listen to you well. I was just so full of rage.
Hi.
Will proceeds to tell the plan again, including making another bad sand drawing.
Here.
And he like from his tiny little Barbie bag pulls out a teeny tiny little notebook that's like the size of some post-it notes.
It's like you could draw it on here, then we don't lose it.
Takes it. Will starts drawing really small. As small as he could possibly draw, and tries to fit it all on one sheet of paper.
Yeah, like you're handed something like this big. So
Here's the whole. There's this like a bad doodle. A really bad doodle. Including stick figures.
That's nice touch. Is this spot here? Is that supposed to be like a landmark, or did you just like draw a kidney?
It's supposed to be a landmark.
I thought so. Just making sure that like the artistic, like I did.
It was nice of you to draw Scinn to scale. Oh no, wait, that's a period. I'm sorry.
But will you see the
You know,
little...
Someone mistake.
I'm starting to regret that time that you died and that I laid on top of you to protect you. Just saying.
I'm sorry. Rob has had a full bottle of wine and
You're-
is prepared to give
you're
Tyler
fine.
shit now.
You're fine. It's inevitable they're gonna argue with each other at some point because Cheshire usually is the voice of reason and he's the voice of chaos, and Sawyer's right in the middle. So
We need our security blanket back, Maddie. Where are you? Where is the compromise?
Sawyer's
No
not gonna
compromise.
jump in and just be like, "It's okay, guys. Just calm down. Just calm down, okay? It'll all be fine. You know, if we gotta punch somebody to make everything fine, it'll be okay.
Oh, good.
Okay, the ring didn't tell me to punch you, so you're fine. You're fine." So anyway, we're making plans to go break some
to
kids out of kid jail.
Loomlurch. Could either Will or the dungeon master illuminate slightly what Will's thought is, like where we would enter, where we are going, what we are hoping to do while we're there?
Where'd we come from? Where'd we go?
Where'd they come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
I'll let Will talk about what his mission is at Loomlurch. Because I mean, you all would have a different mission, of course, dealing with the hag, but yeah. There hasn't been any kind of hostility towards you all from the hag or the area as a whole, unlike in Hither where everything wanted to either capture you or kill you.
Yeah, Thither's pretty peaceful. Surface level peaceful, but peaceful.
We're not really.
Cheshire
used to
don't
that.
understand the space.
We're not really used to that because hither or wherever we came from,
Hither?
everything wanted to kill us.
Everything.
Never been. Sounds bad.
Don't go.
I don't wanna.
Don't start.
So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna ride Little Oak all the way up into words are hard.
Only on Wednesdays.
I like to think Will did that too. Yeah.
Anyway, up to Loomlurch, and then see the gang is going to distract the guards and have them run away and chase them. They're really good at this. They've done it a couple times. Really good at this. And then I want y'all with your boom pow blap flish slash action to go after Granny Hagface, why I go up and bust out the kids. Yeah, that's the plan.
Sounds like a good plan to me.
Wait, are we a distraction?
No, we're supposed to go. We're supposed to go punch Granny in the knees, right?
Yeah, just she's the person you want to punch. A lot,
Okay.
repeatedly. Take her out.
I could do that. You see, one of my main enemies
Oh.
in life is both assassins and old people.
Oh, we might have to worry about her sister being there too.
Her sister. She has a sister.
Yes.
Hey, well, the hags have a sister.
She has multiple sisters. We talked about that. Oh, that's right. You were only partially there last week. She has multiple sisters, and they're sort of spread out, but they visit one another
busy.
apparently.
I was busy guiding us here, okay? Because I knew the way and I had to focus on directions.
Did a grand job.
Is very correct. By the way, the winding mechanism, in Granny Nightshade's back, the key. Does it have
No.
like this hexagonal pattern of any kind?
I think so, but that's not a me. That's not a Will question. That would be at Lee looking at the DM, being like, "Does she?"
Yeah, I'm looking.
I was just
If you
wondering,
don't
wherever
know?
she goes, if she was bringing hex key back.
She always has the key on her, or in her, I should say.
And we
Always on
we
her
did,
person.
We deduced
Yeah.
earlier that we probably shouldn't just steal the key. Or would that just like stop her from working?
I mean, it's probably worth it to have the key anyway, just to give it to Jingle Jangle later, as one of the few people
No, I
who
mean,
was nice to it.
once she's like, gone, yeah, we'll take the key. But I meant like, could somebody just like sneak up on her and like rip the key out of her and then she dies, or like something bad gonna happen?
I do have
Daddy
invisible
hands?
purloining gloves, yes.
He has an invisible hand. That's right. I don't think I took anything that makes me invisible for this character because I've been picking spells for 2 different characters.
Oh, that's rough.
So hard to play a lot of D&D, guys.
Yeah, it is. I went from
I did
having no
not.
games to
I did not. I don't have. I mean, if I did a rest, I could reevaluate my spells, but I don't at the current moment have anything to make us invisible. So.
But
Watch this, Will. Watch this. And he's gonna start druid crafting a bunch of little flowers, like they're raining down from the sky on top of you.
Aw. Well, this is so pretty. And smells great.
that's the one non-destructive thing I can.
He
Perfect.
like looks way too proud of that. But
Just keep doing that.
Realizing now that most things I can do are non-destructive, and I'm wondering if that is a point of praise or a deficiency.
I don't know why this was written in the chat, but somebody felt whatever the one you were reading earlier just wrote Tanya Harding for +2, and I don't know why that's so funny to me, but something like because I've joked that CN would break some kneecaps. So anyway, the bad joke on my part, but that's what I'm laughing about.
All right, so what's it look like we're doing? You guys are sitting on this beach, talking about a plan.
I mean,
I
do we
get
want
the
to go do
plan.
it? Do we want to go do it tonight, or do we want to rest? Or I mean, I used a little bit of what I could do, but not like everything in that fight. Like I could still do some stuff.
I could
Like,
also...
what do you think? What do you think, Cheshire and Sawyer?
I mean, I've barely scratched the surface of what I can do, but we are marginally injured, and we have quite a trip. I don't even know if we've spent a good portion of the day. It's possible we might not make it there before nightfall. So perhaps just do
Could all
what is
get up and-
convenient.
You could just come up to the clubhouse and relax while we just ride there.
Ooh, that's nice. When you get
True.
to sleep while travel, that's good. That's
Mhm.
refreshing.
Last time we had
Little oak
transportation, it was basically several twigs tied together, so
Wigs?
twigs.
Wigs.
Mm-hmm.
And we had the hiccups like the entire time.
That's awful.
It was not pleasant. Again, do not go to hither.
No. No, and if you do in fact go there, stay away from the bunnies, and if you do encounter them, just punch them right in the face. You deserve it.
In the face.
Mhm.
In the face.
Oh, somebody woke up. Oh god, you're so hot. Okay.
Yes,
If I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
You want to say hi to everybody now that you're awake? Little Miss Magic Rat.
Okay.
A baby.
So, are you guys climbing up in Little Oak?
Yeah, let's do
Mhm.
it.
I'll fly my way up there.
Okay. So as you get up there, you see that the treehouse itself is lived in by literal children. The floor is covered with blankets, cushions, piles of straw. Hanging from a 6-foot high ceiling by a rope is a basket that holds apples, berries, sugar cane, a few crumpled sheets of parchment. In one corner, lying on a cushion, is a rusty oil can that looks out of place. Heaped in another corner is a crude unicorn costume that looks like it has been freshly made, but worse quality than the last one. And it's made out of polka dot quilts and a wooden horse's head that has a wooden horn attached to it.
It's a nightmare.
6 foot
for
high
you.
ceilings, you said?
6-foot high ceilings.
All these children, I can say right now, with confidence, are taller than Scinn.
Meanwhile, Sawyer and Cheshire are ducking to get in and walking kind of hunched so they don't accidentally bump their heads by stepping on a block or misplaced Lego.
Oh God. So yeah, so have some fruit, have some sugar cane, take a rest. He's just like pointing to all the things. If you want a nap, you can take a nap. If you want some food, it's right there. There's a really cool spot up on Little Oak's head that you can sit and just kind of like see for miles. It's really cool. It's my favorite place to hang out.
Huh.
Make yourselves at home. Welcome.
Just casting his eyes about at the piles of smelly straw and the discombobulated nature of the place.
One of the kids comes up and like pokes your legs. Like, are
Look
these
down.
real?
I look at the freshly placed boogers in the leg hair. Yes, my legs are real. Much like yours are. Just
Hey, mister. You're some kind of weird goat man. Just runs off.
making airplane sounds, which is definitely a fantasy thing. Did you say precipitate?
Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
Bless
I tried
you.
to get to my mute before that happened and
Nope,
it didn't
you're
happen.
good.
Cheshire's gonna take Will's suggestion and be outside of all of this and sit on Little Oak's head and see where they're going. And he'll just take whatever kind of a rest he's able to get up there, a short rest or whatnot, and just be on a quiet little lookout while he does.
Okay.
Ian is gonna very much like a cat, like make a nest in the blankets and like walk around to the little circle, and then plop down and pretty much immediately fall asleep. Like that's what he does. He's gonna sleep for as long as it takes to get there. I think Sawyer probably is gonna also rest, probably play with some of the kids, given she's got a little brother back home.
Yeah, she's a big
Yeah.
sis.
Aww.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will say that you all will get a short rest on your travels. And that is where we will pick up next week.
All right.
Sounds
Preemptively.
good.
For good measure, at the end of the stream, you want to do this again? Let's see what she gets. I was a 15.
Man, she's doing
That's
way
good.
better than me tonight.
Wait, what am I gonna roll?
She's the magic
I rolled
rat.
a 10.
We've
That is
deduced-
Alright.
We've deduced
Alright.
that Pike is the cursed rat because she gave me a
Not
1.
be outdone by a rat. Let's see.
I'll see what
Yeah, that's
I
a
myself
4.
get. I myself rolled a 3. So
Well, at least I wasn't the lowest. Oh boy, thank you, Rob, for running another game for us.
Yeah.
For taking us deeper into the Feywild. We're making something that could be generously called progress towards the end of this adventure. Thank you again, Misfit, for joining us. I'm glad that you were going to be here and apparently being here for a little while. We're now that Maddy will be returning next week, Lord willing, then we will actually do the Loomlurch thing and go see Granny.
Or so you think.
So we think. Icy has zero confidence in me in the chat.
I did say plans never go according to plan in the
True.
Feywild, so
We will be back with more of this adventure next Wednesday. If you just can't wait to see us until then, I strongly encourage you to come back on Friday night as Misfit is interviewing Brian Cody from the Hardly Heroes D&D comic. That'll be happening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, the same time that this stream started this evening. Especially for the new followers, make sure that you do that, get to know us a little bit, and see what's going on and what Misfit has to offer when she's not in charge of the stream.
what?
On Monday, if you enjoy D&D antics, if you enjoy what Tyler can do to a D&D campaign, and want to see what a different bearded Rob in his early 30s is capable of doing behind a Dungeon Master screen, then come back on Monday night at 7 p.m. where we will be beginning A Broken Heart, our new Dungeons & Dragons adventure. Follow us on our socials, you will see little teasers.
this one is a full campaign, guys, which means you can hang in with us and see what kind of craziness unfolds with our characters.
I am very excited to see what you all put me through, because my brain doesn't have enough problems as it stands.
And reminder for everybody who watched tonight, I'm the most normal in that campaign.
Normal looking. Important distinction.
It's also kind of probably the more normal of acting, if you think about it.
Perhaps. So our Discord link is in the chat if you want to be considered to be a fellow participant in the D&D one-shot that we're going to run for the contest for the subscription goals. You do need to be a member of that Discord. Also, if you want to see teasers for what's coming up on Monday, you need to be following us on social media. So there's our link tree in the chat so that you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which are the 3 most important things to be following us on. That's probably it. I'm still going to be at the beach for a minute. I'm going to be enjoying myself, but you can still bet that I'm going to be working to make our next few streams a success. So that is all the announcements. Back to Rob.
Perfect. Well, I don't have anything else, so guys, thank you for tuning in for our adventure tonight, and we will see you next Wednesday. Have a great night, everyone.
Ew.